Hello. This is really awkward for me. I'm good. Just waiting for people to show up. And giving myself some tea, as per usual. How are you guys doing? If you're wondering why I'm looking at the screen or away from the screen, is because I have the chat up here and not in the video. This is really weird. I'm so used to talking to a camera and knowing that people are gonna be watching it later, and now there's actually people watching. This is probably gonna be boring. Thank you. What time zone are you guys in? I mean, what time of the day is it right now? Don't tell me, please, you're in school or somewhere you're not supposed to be watching a live stream. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's hope this is not going to be a waste of your time then. No, of course I'm not going to be a distraction because I don't think at this rate as much is going to happen. That's cute. So my phone is on a sort of unstable stand. So when I move the table, so I'm gonna try not to move the table too much because otherwise you might get seasick. We don't want that. Please don't move. Please just, okay. Hi. Well, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them, guys, because I'm here for you mostly. Add a hair. Oh, there it is. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yesterday, actually. So that's why I have this weird thing going on right now, because how long have you been following my videos? But if you've seen my videos from last year, when was it? I can't remember. I made the really bad decision to cut bangs, and this is now the result. So I asked my hairstylist to do something about that. And then she styled it yesterday and it looked really pretty, but of course I slept. And now I have this thing hanging, which goes into my mouth whenever I open it and try to say something. So I'm eating hair. But yeah, that's a very long answer to say that, yes, I got my hair done again. I'm a woman of many words. You will never get a simple answer from me. Okay. So you've seen my very alternative period. My yeah, spontaneous period. It is my pride and joy. I don't have to do anything. I rearranged things a little bit. I could have done, of course, a video about that. I didn't, because I'm so busy. So now I actually have a system. Yay! You're one of the first people, because I think I started this channel in September 2020, didn't I? Back when I was still only BTS. It was a long time ago. Things change. And then there I was, all naive, thinking I would never, ever, ever, ever switch from old groups. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the shelf. So I sort of have a thing going on. Like, you can see that these two are 80s. I actually separated them into the Treasure series and the Fever series, and now I will probably need a whole new bookcase to make the next part, because actually nothing fits in here anymore. Yeah, I could put it away not so prettily, but... And then I have everything 17. So these have their own separate shelves. I have all the jewel cases and stuff here, and you can't see it, but there's an aespa album up here. And I know you guys totally missed my newfound, or my found love. Oh, 80s guide. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a discovery. I totally fell in love with aespa, so I got 2 versions of their album. And then, of course, I somehow managed to find, I never told you guys, but the perfume box from 80s. So I have that with the perfume in it. I'm also collecting the photo cards. It's photo cards. Oh my god, that's a whole different ballgame. Light stick. And then I have a shelf, which is a bit of everything. It's mostly SM. Yes, with 1 Stray Kids. And then I have some TXT, some boy groups. I have all the girl groups here, because now I also have albums of girl groups. And then New East and BTS. So this is kind of a ONZGO, of course. And this is Monster X, and then everything NCT, Wavy, some more SM. So that's sort of how I rearranged it. Okay, comments. Yes, Summer was also a pretty Intense find. Look at where we are now. Purple, you mean the color? The purple color. Calling. Wait, let me read in order. 17 guide. Ooh, didn't I do 2 17 guides? Like a shorter one and then I went for a longer one? Because I know I did the 2-hour one, which was epic. And now I all know them. And I'm like, why did I ever need a guide to get to know all these people? Yeah, EXO in the military is it's painful. It's a very painful situation. And I did see the question about Super Junior. Calling. It's with the MV in that's half animated, right? I did see it. I did see it. But I had to I didn't share it because I had to, how to say this, I had to rearrange some things schedule-wise, try and figure out the best way to go at this right now. I know I'm switching so many times. I know I'm absolutely not a constant factor, which I hate because I like to, you know, be dependent. But it's not always possible because life just goes in directions that you can't predict. So it's not that easy to stay on a steady course. But I try my best. And right now I think I found a way to keep things sort of steady. 2015. Man. Oh, you watch everything. All of my videos. Stages, yeah. Their stages are impressive. What I liked about the guide though for 80s, the longer one, is that I think I said that at the time as well, or maybe I mentioned it afterwards, is that the guide is really well made because it's kind of objective. And I love objectivity. And it really helped me because it just showed every single person's personality as well as their character traits and their additions to the team. It wasn't really, you know, focused heavily on the members and focused heavily on what the person thought of these people. That's what I liked about that guide back then. Sometimes I see people say I got into K-pop back in 2015, 2017, 28, 2008. Wow, I'm in the 20s. 2008, and I'm like, if I just had made an effort back in 2012, I could have been into K-pop ever since 2012. But of course, I was very young. Very young, yeah. Sort of. And I just didn't know to look further. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And I did need it. It's funny, yesterday I was talking with or 2 days ago, I'm sorry, time is, I start saying something and then I say yesterday or the day before and I'm like, wait, no, it was another day, which is absolutely not important because it's not the point of what I was going to say. The point of what I was going to say is that I had someone approach me on Twitter someone who I've been friends with for a while, and she asked me, how did you switch to 80s as your old group? How did that happen, and how does it feel, and how does it change from 17? Because last year you were heavily into 17. And I think I discovered 17 a little bit before 80s, or roughly around the same time, but it took me a little while longer to get into 80s. It sort of went simultaneously, but I was really into 17 at that moment, and I have just these, it just jumps from group to group. So I told her, like, yeah, what I had with BTS was really unique, and of course they brought me to where I am now, but I just don't have that same feeling anymore that I have. I actually I don't have the same feeling now with 80s and 17 and Monster X and NCT that I had back then with BTS. It was really different. And then she said, it's actually like that first love that you find. It will forever leave an impression on you, but it's not meant to last or something. Sometimes for people, the first love you find, it lasts and it never leaves you. But in most cases, your first love is never the one you get old with. And I thought, yeah, that's a pretty way of saying it. Like that first love. 80s just have that thing, right? Where they just wheel you in and they never let you go. But you've got quite the trio there with EXO and Monster X and 80s. Guess I was bored. Ah, yeah. I wish I could say nowadays that I am bored, but there is just no day where I have time to sit down and watch content. I still have to watch so many things from back in the day. It's I have these two. They're the Season's Greetings DVDs from 80s, of course. I swear I'm not only into 80s. They have been lying on my desk for... This one has been lying on my desk forever since I got the box. And the second one too, but I don't have... Sorry. I didn't receive this year's Season's Greetings until a couple of weeks ago. So it hasn't been lying here that long. But the other one, yeah. I think probably 6 months now, maybe less. No, because time goes by fast. It's probably 6 months. I still haven't been able to watch it. Joy. I just want to know their names. It's how every K-pop love story starts. I just want to know their names. I'm holding off so many groups at the moment. Like, so many groups. I watched Tempest debut, stage, MV, listen to the song, listen to the album. I know I was supposed to share that, but I decided last week to just watch everything that I needed to watch that has been brought out for a while, which is why The Calling I had seen it already as well. I watched the Tempest thing. I was starting to say something and then I got distracted middle of the sentence. So yeah, I watched stuff last week. And then from now on, I'll try to share as much as I can. But so I ended up watching the Tempest stage and the MV. I was really, really surprised in a good way. And have a good meal, by the way. Enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. 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 It sounded like I said feet, but I meant food. Tempest is really good, and it took me the longest time to realize it was Hanbin in there. And it made me really happy because he looks really happy, has that radiant smile on his face, and he's just there dancing his heart out and then singing his heart out. And I really, really love the song. And I listened to the songs on the album, and somehow I was reminded of early BTS. Don't ask me why, but I think the second song on the album made me think of Spring Day. And of course, nothing comes close to Spring Day, but it reminded me of it. I think this week or next week. No, it's next week. Next week. There are so many comebacks scheduled for next week. It's not even funny. I would laugh about it if I didn't have the urge to cry about it. Yeah, I know, Spring Day is that song, but I don't know why, but it made me think of Spring Day. Maybe because of the melody line or because of the sweet melancholy that was in it. It was sort of soft, but it was a little bit... It wasn't... It wasn't... I want to say something, but it might sound bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Like some ballad songs are kind of dragging slow, dragging with sort of sadness, and it doesn't really drag the song, but it's an underlying tone. And Spring Day sort of has that, but in more of an upbeat way, if that makes sense. And this song, for some reason, reminded me of it. Hi. Sorry, I'm seeing a hi in the... Yeah, in that case, I think you'll like the album, the Tempest album. If you like similar vibes to Spring Day, I think you'll like it. Because the rest of the album is completely different from Bad News. Bad News is really that nice, funky song, and then the rest of the album was kind of surprising, to be honest. Yeah, 80s don't have a comeback this month. They usually take a month between the announcement and then the actual comeback. So yeah, we're probably safe for this month, but I saw a TikTok where they mentioned numbers in... I don't know why I'm looking around because my phone is right there and TikTok is on that phone, so I can't look into anything, but no, it's gonna be April. It's gonna be April. Yes, I really do know that. I am very much aware of actually almost everything that happens in K-pop land, because I am... I know it's hard to believe that I'm up to date with almost everything that happens, but I don't want to I still don't want to jinx it. But right now I'm doing I'm doing an internship, and it's K-pop related, and I have to be up to date with things that happen in K-pop. So I'm actually I was already kind of on top of things, but now I'm really on top of things. Hi, Kian's undercut and voice killed me. Nice. Kian's undercut was a killer. I know. But yeah, I already ordered all the versions, as well as the Kino kit as the jewel case, and I can't believe that I did, because I never... that will be Kian's solo album, will be the first Kino kit that I will have, that I will own. But I thought, it's Kian, I can't not... I just need all the versions. Like I paused on a very charming moment right there, no? I don't know where it stopped, but that's okay. Anyway, 80s Europe tour. Yeah, actually, no, I don't think that is going to happen at all. Also because there was a notification from Pentatonics. I'm sorry, pronunciation problems. They had to postpone their tour to 2023, May 2023 for the Netherlands. So actually that sort of extra crushed all my hope for any new tour from anyone to arrive to Europe. So I'm just gonna have to hope that I will catch any new concerts once I'm in Korea, whenever that will be. Someone said the last one log. You mean the 80s logs that they're doing right now? The vlogs that they're doing right now that they're posting on Mondays? I'm watching those by myself, by the way, because, yeah, don't want to keep that a whole week. Maybe September-ish for the tour. Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about dates, wasn't I? I saw a TikTok about dates. Because apparently in Don't Stop and the Reel, there are numbers mentioned. In the Reel, I believe it was the classroom is 3:14. So someone said that probably the announcement is going to be on the 14th of March. And in Don't Stop, was it Don't Stop? I think somewhere around the shop part, there were the numbers for 18. So you are the internship top secret. But yeah, 18th of April could be. Speaking of April, I need to find a song because I want to do another birthday song for Songhwa, but I'm looking for inspiration for songs. So if you have any kind of inspiration for a nice song, that would be nice. I have 2 contenders right now, but I'll come back to that later. Right now, attending concerts outside of Europe is not going to be possible for me, except if I can make it to Korea. The internship. So this is a funny story. I have been kind of open with how my life is going and what I have been going through and what I'm going through throughout my videos in my channel. So just to sum it up shortly for those who don't know, thank you. I need to do better still. These past couple of years, 2 years actually, I was at home. I wasn't able to work. I have been dealing with a lot of mental issues in the form of depression, anxiety, like the regular kind of things. But you know, it sounds so, oh God, there you have another one with anxiety and depression. But it's not simple at all. And it makes life really, really difficult. And it was already pretty difficult. But I had to deal with all of that. And I was really lost because on top of that, I really didn't know how I wanted to earn money to live a nice life. I'm not one who goes for money. Money for me is not a priority, but I need to live. Right? So you need money to survive. That's a basic need, sadly. Because everything costs money. So I've been working on myself, mostly by myself. And right now I have therapy sessions. I have reintegration coaching, which is focused on the job part of my sort of recovery, road to recovery. And to figure out what it is that I want to get out of a job. I know a few things, but there's also a lot of things that I don't really know or that I don't know how to translate into a job. And so I've been doing that. I've been working on myself. And then back in September, I was scrolling on TikTok and there was a TikTok coming up from a company that, or from a random person that said, oh, K-pop related stuff and going to work in Korea. And um, we are looking for people to come work on our team. And I thought this is either one of the biggest scams in the world or it's a dream that's too good to be true. But you know what? I won't lose anything by sending in a CV. So I did that, didn't hear back anything for 3 months. And then I got an email back finally saying that they finally had managed to sort through the 2,000 applications that they had gotten, and that I was offered the opportunity to join their internship challenge as one of the final 70 people. So you can imagine my surprise and my sort of delight at the fact that it turned out not to be a scam. So I started at the end of January, I started with this internship and I am on a marketing team. So I'm partly responsible for TikTok videos. So I'm doing content creation still. But I'm also going to go help out in other departments. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing these days. I think that's as much as I can say about it or want to say about it also, because I don't really want to jinx it. Because if I'm lucky enough to get a contract with the company, I will move to South Korea. So maybe by the end of August this year, you will see me in a different setting. Maybe I will be doing more vlogs as well. Or maybe I will still be sitting in this setting and yeah, continuing on this this whole road. Thank you so much. I'm also actually really happy that at least I got this internship. You know, no matter what happens, and that's also one of the things that I think I benefited from these past 2 years is that I've become much stronger. So I'm kind of opening this. I'm losing nothing. I have time because I still don't work and I'm still working on myself. And if it does end up being a success, and if I do end up getting a job that will lead me to South Korea, which has been my goal for 2 years, then it's great. Exactly. At least I tried and I moved forward. You know, I took another step on that road to recovery. And this is something that just sort of landed in my lap. I mean, I did the work for it, of course, but I also received something in return for all the hard work that I did. And even if I don't get a contract offer, I will have done this for 3 months. I will have worked again with people. I will have done work. I'm still at home. I'm still working from home, but at least I will have done something that has gotten me out of my shell and out of my room. And I was stuck at home, and I also wanted to be stuck at home for almost 2 years. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to share anything because all I had to share was just, I'm gonna call it whining and complaints about how shit it all has been. And it still is, because things didn't miraculously disappear all of a sudden. I still have a chronic bowel inflammation illness. I still have chronic pain. I still have all that. I'm still super exhausted, but I have sort of found myself again. I've learned a lot, I've matured, I've grown, but I also I'm coming back out of my shell, which is really nice. So I'm slowly becoming me, but a better version of the me that I was before these past 2 years. My birthday vlog. Oh my god, imagine if I don't know when I'm gonna go, because if I can go, it will be either in June or I will decide to go after my birthday. So it might be either another Dutch birthday vlog or it might be a Korean one. Do we have another lovely spammer in this chat, or? Thank you, bye. Yeah, it already is getting better for me. It is getting better. But I'm doing most of that myself. And it's interesting that I am what teenagers call old and half the K-pop community calls old, because I'm past the age of 30. But I have sort of been stuck at age 23 for me personally in my life. I haven't moved forward ever since I was 23. I'm still stuck in situations where I just don't know what I want out of my life. And now I'm slowly sort of getting there. And honestly, working in K-pop, for me, it's kind of a dream. It is, yes, you are very right about that. It is, it is. Yeah, the only sad thing about age is that your body starts to decline, and that sucks. But I'm very determined to try and get my body to follow what I want it to do. I really want to go work out again. I can't wait to get to a gym. Okay, that's random things. I'm 30, I'm gonna turn 36 this summer. I'm from 86. Yeah. But it's true though. It's like the past 2 years, life has been on pause. I am still in March 2020. Oh, congratulations on that win. How is it past 40? I'm really curious about that actually. Does it change much from 30? I really do want to make more vlogs though, coming back to an earlier words message in the chat. Yeah, I still feel like 22. It's just like the past 2 years. It's just you're on pause. I think the nice thing about turning 30 was that really literally up till the moment it was midnight, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, 30. Oh my god, is that 3? The 2 is gonna be gone. Oh my god, how is this? Ha. And then it was past midnight and somehow a load fell off my shoulders and I felt more free than I've ever felt. And life has been really hard and difficult, but hi. Sorry. But still, there are things that just don't matter anymore the way they did when I was in my 20s. And that's something that I really like. about getting older is that some things are just really not that interesting or that meaningful anymore. They just become a part of life. And it's, you know, you can make it as difficult as you want, but you can also just sort of go with whatever kind of flow you're in. Yeah, the body declining is not something I look forward to. I already have enough issues as it is. By the way, this is I know this is totally random, but this chair. Remember when I was still sitting on those wooden thingies at my old desk? If you look back at my first videos, some of you must have seen my early Monster X videos, and it was my little my little friend with the curly hair, Rix, my tiny little K-pop pocket-sized friend. She was with me, and she texted me this week. She actually sent me a voice message. She was all giggly. She said, "I'm watching back your videos from Monster X from back then." Yeah, the horrible chair. Because she still needs to, she has watched a lot of content by now. She's turned into a total Monster X stan, by the way. Monster X is her ultimate group right now. Has been for quite a while. But she wasn't into them back then. So, but now she's watching all their MVs because she watched the content but not the MVs. So she's using my videos to watch those MVs because I watched probably almost all of them. I think I must have skipped a few. I'm sorry about that, but I think I've watched almost all of them, probably 95%. And she sent me a voice message. She was almost crying, laughing. And she said that she still can deal with her own, like, I don't want to be into Monster X kind of attitude. But she also said that she was looking at my setup in my early videos and how that has changed now compared to then. And I sometimes see a glimpse of one of my old videos and I'm like, ooh, that was really primitive. It looks much better now. Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's pretty, isn't it? I love the colors as well. It's really pretty. I have these little lights in here now. Usually I put colors on them. Why are you... I can't remember what I... Anyways. But the thing is, see? I'm pressing on, but it's not working. The thing is, there are batteries in these little lights. And it's just, I think maybe do 6 videos with these lights on with the batteries, because they just, I don't know what it, they're not economic with blue. That's pretty, right? No, we already have blue. That's not gonna work. Orange. That's better. I'm weird. No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was starting. I just got into this thing. I just randomly decided to start doing YouTube, and then here we are. 5,000 subs later, which is mind-blowing that there are more than 5,000 people interested in what I have to say. I got a comment last week from a person who watched my video about the Magic Carpet Ride recording from NCT Dream. And she said, I haven't watched any of your other videos, but I'm kind of disappointed that you just sat there and didn't react to it. Because for me it was kind of an experience, so I was looking for people that's why I went looking for reactions to it. And I wrote a whole comment back, and I thanked her for her time in sharing her thought. And I also told her that sometimes I do have stuff to say, but there are also times where I'm not really able to formulate any thoughts. And to the outside, it might look like I'm just not impressed or not interested or just sitting there. But on the inside, there's a lot happening, and I'm just absorbing it all. And I'm listening to stuff differently than most of the people, which is also why my reaction videos are really different. And there are times where I have to pause because I really want to say something, really want to explain something. But there are other times where I just really don't have something to say at that moment because I can't translate whatever it is that I'm experiencing. And I said, and basically what my YouTube channel is you know, a rabbit hole, a place where people can come in whenever they want and just hang out and just sit together and watch our favorite K-pop groups, music, whatever, together. And there are people who are interested in that. And she wasn't expecting a long comment back, and she said, your demographic is not my cup of tea. And I thought, that's valid. That's really valid. And what I don't understand in that is why you have the need to share that. Why you have the... Sometimes I get thumbs down or I get negative feedback on my videos. I understand negative feedback. Let me put it differently. I understand you not liking something, or a person not liking something, or a person not feeling at home or not really liking it. But what I don't understand is why people would press the thumbs down without explaining why they are not liking it. If you feel the need to press a thumbs down, why? That's also YouTube made that button possible, the dislike button. That's YouTube. But I would like to know what it is that you don't like. If you feel the need to let me know that you don't like it, explain it to me why, because then, you know, we could have a friendly conversation. Or if it is something valid about... Someone once told me that they didn't like the sound of eating, because I think I once ate some rice crackers while I was watching a video, and she said, I would prefer if you wouldn't do it because I can't stand the sound. I understand that. I can work with that. Fine. I'll keep that in mind. You know, this was said a year and a half ago. I still have that in mind, that I need to be careful of that. And even now with drinking my tea, because the new microphone that I have, like this beautiful thingy, it picks up every single sound in this room. So I have to be careful with drinking tea, because you might hear me swallow the tea. And I can understand not everyone liking that. But yeah, okay, wait. I'm skipping comments right now, which is not what I want to do. No, I don't. I did have a period where negative comments really affected me. And I know my face is expressive, yeah. But I'm glad that you're seeing it, that you see when I'm invested in something. Sometimes I almost even sit with my mouth open, but I'm very conscious of that, that I don't need to do, I should keep my mouth closed. But I do have a lot of videos where my mouth is like half open, and I can feel my mouth getting dry, and I'm like, wait, I need to close it, because, yeah. That's a nice hashtag. I honestly, if someone can explain to me the function of the dislike button, even on Twitter now with the down vote thing, why would you feel the need to vote something down? I mean, why is it always about negative things? Like everything on social media is about bringing each other down and attacking other people, and the amount of accounts or videos or positive tweets, messages, whatever posts that are being posted are just drowned in mostly negative, just biting and gnawing at each other. I don't understand that. Why? I would actually, yeah, I would really like to know why people don't like it. Everyone has different taste. I get that. Like that girl, she said it's not my your demographic is not my cup of tea. It's a really interestingly formulated sentence. Your demographic is not my cup of tea. That's fine, but it's you can save yourself those words because it's not something that uh, yeah, I can, okay, thank you. I can accept it, and then it's like you get this useless gift, you know? It's like someone just giving you something and you stand there with your hands up and you have that box in your hand and you're like, "Thank you. I want to put it away, but that feels rude." But I can't do anything with this box right now. So what do I do with it? That's actually the feeling that it gives me. It's interesting. I don't let it put me down. And I know by now that if something brings me down, I need to take a step back and take it easy. Which is also why I started now uploading during the weekend, so that I have more periods to rest during the week. Which also means that I can avoid getting into situations where I feel flustered or uncomfortable with comments that people leave, negative comments. No, I definitely can't please everyone, and I'm not here for that. I mean, it's your personal choice if you want to watch my videos or not. And I'm going to keep making them because there are people like you all here who are in this chat right now, and people that can't be here right now but still enjoy watching my videos, that actually enjoy those videos because it brings something to them. It makes them feel happy or comfortable. I don't know why, but there's a reason you guys keep coming back to my videos and you watch them with me. And it's for those people that I keep doing it because I can just as well stop making them. I can't do that. That won't cost me any effort. It will give me more free time. But I enjoy the idea that I can give someone, that I can be a factor in someone's life, even if it's just for 10 minutes, where that person feels good for a little moment just because they can enjoy K-pop with someone else. If that is something that I bring to the table, I don't want to say responsible for because that just sounds entitled, but that I can contribute to someone feeling good, that for me is more than enough. That is worth so much more than any money. That's why I keep doing this. It's not giving me anything in terms of, you know, something that I can touch, but it's giving me so much more. It's giving me so much value. And that's why I do it. And that for me that's the most important thing in my life. And that's why I will just keep doing this until I really can't anymore. And I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. Maybe because I don't know, end up in a hospital for some reason or something, but I don't see why I could stop doing this. Yeah, but that's a healthy way. If there's someone you don't like, you just don't watch them. And that's for me the same with K-pop groups or videos that I don't watch or don't share. I don't like it, or I'm not enjoying it, whatever reason. I'm not gonna share that on my channel, because there's absolutely no point in me sharing something negative. Why would I do that? There's no reason for that. This like button is dumb. uh, some people lack what's the word? Finesse or understanding of the finer things in life, or just a basic understanding of communication. I think maybe it is, because communication is something very different from attacking each other in whatever way, whether it be passive aggressive or just plain aggressive. Why sorry, I'm spitting on my desk. I do feel pressure, but that is just me. That is not you. That is me, because that's how I am wired. I have a lot of negativity going on in my life. Like, my life isn't all roses at all. It's very tough. It's hard. I have a hard life. But why would I let that control me in what I do? Why would that be something that rules everything? Of course, the past 2 years, it has overtaken everything in my life, because I fell into that deep dark hole. I fell down in that deep dark hole. Sometimes I want to talk and I talk too fast, but then I skip words, so I need to repeat that. Yeah, tea is life. I have this huge thing. Almost 2 liters goes in here. I've had it for probably 12 years. I can't go a day without it. I miss it every time I have to go somewhere else, because there is no thermos that is as big as this one in any household. And most of the times when you go to another person, they make a pot of tea and that pot just cools down, and then you're there with lukewarm tea, and that's just not... My tea needs to be still steaming hot and just barely cooled off, so it sort of slightly burns your mouth, but not. Anyways, what was I saying? I had a thought. I can't remember. It's okay. If I can't remember, it's maybe it will come back, maybe it won't come back. This is a really warm sweater. It's nice, but I also can see that I'm getting some color. I was gonna say something. Nope, totally skipped my mind. I even have been contemplating if I should take that thermos with me to South Korea if I go. But then my neighbor, he told me like, no, you're gonna keep it here. Thank you so much for joining. It was really lovely having you. Have a good night. Sorry, I'm saying bye to person who is leaving. I'm still gonna be here for a little bit, just a little bit, because it's already an hour. Why? Why would your parents make a fuss about you having a poster in your room? Is it because it's 80s or is it because it's a poster? Yay, you're here. Hi. I don't have my pictures in my room. No, I don't. They're downstairs in a box, but I have I have wow. Speak. Think, speak. Almost every room I had where I lived in every house, I took pictures of that because I was obsessed with photography. So, and I had cameras, so I made pictures of things that I made or what I was surrounded with. And every time I changed, hi, I'm okay. Thank you. Welcome to my rabbit hole. um, every time I switched the setup, I took pictures. I still do that, by the way, every time I change my setup in my room. So I have lots of pictures of my teenage years rooms. And I had until I was, I think I quit hanging up posters from music groups around age 17, 17, 18, 18, roughly 18. Because then I started hanging up stuff that I made myself, like artworks. Oh, I can show you those though. But before I show those, my point, my room was so full of posters of, at first it was Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, Five, I had Robbie Williams, and those stayed with me for ages. And I started doing that when I was in my early teens. I think from age 9 to, well, late teens. So, and my parents just tolerate it. So why would your parents make a fuss about that? It's music. It's posters. It's not like... Mm. Some of you remember this? It's with the groups when I started. This is how I learned names with groups. I should maybe do this for new groups, because these I all know by heart right now. I made quite a few things in art class. And when I took down all my posters from all my music posters, I replaced it with my own art. And this was a thing that I had to make. I actually drew all of these myself. They're existing artworks, except for this one. They're all existing artworks, and I drew them, and I wrote a little story next to it about the artist that made them. But yeah, yes, this is an artwork. It's yeah, it's an existing artwork. Also, these are really, really cute. Look. And I have a thing for tigers, so this was all in France, so it's all in French. And this one I made. These are actually old copies from existing manga thing, comic. It's called Buddha. And it's written in French here because I read it in French, but these are all sort of copied over. Well, I drew them. I didn't copy them directly, but I drew them from it. So, and this is actually the whole series. I took picture. Yeah, until the end. Like, it's from, yeah, from the beginning till the end. I put that on one page because I really love that. And then, you know, sometimes people ask you who was your first celebrity crush or who was your crush in anime. Let me show you mine. This was my anime crush. I don't think anyone knows the series he's from. It's called The Get Backers. It's about a duo that gets back all kinds of things. And this guy has... he's really, really strong, and he has the power to control lightning. And this is his angry form. So in his normal state, he was really nice with his hair down and, oh God. This is like a K-pop guy with his hair back, you know? This is my fierce side, and then with the hair down, he's all cute. But yeah, this was, and he's big. He's bigger than me. Anyway, so yeah, drew that. I just totally destroyed a picture collage that I made. Oh, because it fell out, but this is old. This is, will it stick? No, please stick. I have to hold it probably. But yeah, I'm into photography as well. Ah. So yeah, tiny pictures. The only reason I put that away is because most of the pictures on there feature my ex, so that's not something you keep hanging around. You know Get Backers. Oh my God. You're the first person who actually knows it. I swear, no one knows about it. Ugh, parents, yeah. People who call K-pop idols girls, they really are so short-sighted. I'm sorry, but really short-sighted. Okay, this is turning into an art class. Okay, this is a total freestyle that I did. It's got, yeah. The only thing I don't like about this, so the thing I love the most about it is the tail, because for some reason it looks really fluffy and nice. The only thing I don't really like is the paw is really kind of weird and big. But it's a very content Black Panther just resting on a tree. For some reason I'm looking at it now and it's like I see Songwa just taking a nap. Anyways, everything is K-pop related nowadays. Almost there. I have two more that I can show you. Remember the one that I showed you with, okay, I need to get that because, oh, why? This is random. Okay. Oh, I had another page. This one? See? That's something I printed out. I made my own version of it. Yeah. It's literally the same but different. I added like the cat version of the. I really love to draw, but I just need to have a clear vision in my mind before I start drawing. And then I have one last one, and it's not gonna fit on the screen, but I'm still gonna try and show it to you. It's huge. I actually made a life-size drawing. I started by drawing the head, and then I thought she needs a body. So this is the head. I had to stick pages together. There's all pages together, but she's all folded up right now. And then it goes all the way down. Oh, she has thick thighs. Really thick thighs. Oh, come on. Work with me here. When people say I'm creative, I think they're right. But yeah, so all the way down. She's as tall as I am. Okay, maybe not as tall as I am, and she's wearing heels, but she comes pretty close. So now I made this whole mess, and then I will have to clean it up in a bit. Yeah, the time and the motivation, that's also one of the things, right? When you start doing creative stuff, you lose track of time, and then you spend all these hours on something, and then all that time is gone, and what have you done? You made a drawing. That's nice. Although it's really good though. It's really nice. Because it's letting out your creative side. Full size. Yes, full size. I have more things, but I think your this was good enough. Yes. I think I'm gonna sort of wrap it up here. Unless you have questions that right now, all of a sudden, everyone wants answers to. But otherwise, I have stuff to do, but I'm blanking out right now, so I don't have an excuse. But oh wait, you don't need to see my closet. It's sort of arranged in there, but there's a lot of stuff in there. It's evening, Yo-san, but thank you for wishing me. Would be funny if this was actually Yo-san. I hope he's sleeping though, because it's pretty late in Korea. If any of you have suggestions for songs that I could put on my list to try and sing for someone's birthday, then by all means let me know. It was nice having you. It was really nice. It was really awkward when I started this, but I actually really enjoyed this, and thank you so much for coming in and chatting a little bit with me. Maybe a next time would be nice. I'll try to do another one. Maybe in a weekend where some more people might join. Thank you. Have a good evening, day, night. Please be safe. Please be healthy. Be careful. Thank you. 안녕.